Alright guys, welcome to the VOD review. Just gonna start with attacking side, because defending side we went 9-3. Normally you wouldn't think hey, we'd be even able to lose this, but somehow we did. So let's see. What happened? Round 1. Typical Bayutil when you got a ghost. Sharon got light shields. Not bad. Should we...
Interesting wall.
Okay, walk up mid.
Okay.
Walk around. Yeah.
It's definitely a non-conventional play. It's not bad.
Walls down. Walls.
Just taking them by surprise is not bad. Okay, 1 pick, 2 pick.
Oh, I need heal. I need heal. Press. Press. Oh, this is a 5. We broke glass. I'm stuck outside.
I'm actually still confused as to
Oh,
why
okay.
the turret was shooting over there when they were right
Broke glass.
there. Like, they were over here. Who was the turret shooting at, dog? They're literally not even peeking yet.
I'm stuck outside. Y'all not getting door.
That was my bad. 4v3. Should still be winnable. Sharon just broke door. Chris is holding tree.
Shit.
Orb kind of just lands somewhere. There are 2 people peeking the arena, but one of them dies. I mean, it's good that you have 2 people peeking the same angle, but maybe Winnie shouldn't be peeking here just because she has mollies. And then this is kind of a haphazard peek. It doesn't feel like you were too ready for it because you flick super hard to the right. Not really. Yeah. Winnie dies. Okay. Sharon also dies, peeking the Reyna. With the 3v3, I feel like it wasn't really necessary to peek Heaven. I feel like she just waits for them to drop. It's kind of just like a legitimate death here. 1v1, not too bad. Chris, last one alive. Poor guy. 3v1.
What the fuck? Are you getting closer? That's my bad. I should have done better.
Loses the swing. But probably not much he could have done anyway. Ways we could have played this one better. I would say just not to peek too much. When he was peeking, Sharon was peeking kind of unnecessarily. Especially since the Reyna has a deagle, is our top frag, is Reyna, round 1, probably has full health, you know. Not the best opponent to peek. Let's go to round 2.
What the heck, Tim?
Gotta pick mid. But honestly, if you gotta pick cat, it doesn't really translate into too much. Cause it's like we're all around B. They're not gonna rotate A because you pick They're probably gonna rotate B if anything. So I feel like the best decision is to just fast push B. Chris is dogging start of the round from out here. I feel like it's a little bit too early. Like, I know they could be peeking like this initial angle, but it doesn't seem necessary to use your dog from that far. Don't know what y'all are doing. Not really peeking mid. And is pushing up, trying to create space like a duelist should. Great job. No one was here to shoot the arrow. Got caught. Died. Okay. 4 people around B main. We got a pick, and then we got picked. What should we do? I feel like you could still try and push on the site. Only thing is, Sharon hasn't put up a wall for smokes yet. The wall you want to generally do goes from this corner to this corner to block off, but no wall has gone up yet, so it makes it kind of difficult to try and push. Trying to go mid could be viable. Someone probably picked up my Marshall, so it could be possible. You could just hard push mid. You feel like you want to back off of B. We'll see what happens. Oh no. I accidentally clicked the beginning.
Shit.
Alright, we're back.
What the heck, Tim? So that was only 1 second into the game.
Oh. Okay. See, we're kind of divided here. We didn't call whether we wanted to go B or mid, so we have 2 people trying to push B, 2 people trying to push mid.
Wait. Chris, you have the spike. Oh.
Sharon trying to put up her wall for B, actually. So she's setting up B. A little bit late. She could have set it up earlier. Chris used a flash mid. Kind of important since he only has 2 flashes now. And nades. Kind of for nothing here. Because even if Sova was kind of near there, you can just dodge it. Can't really push him or anything off of that. It's not really doing anything.
The wall's up, the wall's up.
Passing around the Marshall.
What? Yeah, so it's doing
Okay, see, this is why you want to get the wall to this corner so they can't peek off of stairs. And die stairs from stairs.
The heck is this wall?
And now Chris is thinking about backing out to go mid. You guys seem to kind of be backing out. Good pick from Chris mid, but there's one more with the Vandal. Okay, I don't know how much you could have done if they had a Vandal. I'm just gonna keep moving on here.
You have orb?
You expect it, Sharon?
Mm.
You expect
I
it?
do expect it.
Okay, honestly winnable, but
Just go to the other side.
this is the round where she doesn't have time, right? Yeah, she doesn't push this. Yeah, tries to push, doesn't have enough time to plant.
Oh man.
We already went over this, just generally try and figure out how long it takes to run in there.
He must Spectre at least. Oh, 1 second.
Okay, round 3. 2 losses. Our econ is kind of trash. Only Anne has enough for a real buy. Their econ isn't great either, but they have some guns from last round. Generally, when you don't have much econ, you kind of gotta like play like a rat.
How does that max commercial skin?
You kind of just wanna like play in a way that you can kind of get picks. You don't necessarily need to win the round, just kind of hurt their econ. The way I feel like that's most easily played is by hard pushing as a team. By hard pushing one site with 5 people, kind of like try and kill 1 or 2 people on site, and then you might lose a round, but hurt their econ, got plant money. It's good enough. But we see here, Sharon's all the way in A. Ansel and Spawn.
It's like even walking time, you gotta calculate.
Kinda. Sharon's kinda split here. And not much reason. Chris is pushing mid.
Botting me.
Alright, I feel like Chris uses his dog a little too early. Because the dog is supposed to be used in a way that you're supposed to get info. And we can get info from the dog early, but it's not going to translate to much if we can't do anything with that info. Like, we need to make quick decisions based off of the info that we have. So if we see that there's one mid, what are we going to do with that? We're going to say, we're not going to peek that? Let's see, do we pick that? I'm still picking it.
Yeah, it's almost annoying as fuck.
I take this challenge because I think this is winnable. I give up eventually. I didn't even see her when he died. Did she get spammed? Yeah, when he gets spammed here. It's pretty common for Sovas to do the spam thing, so I feel like as long as someone is paying attention to where the arrow is going, it shouldn't be too hard to shoot.
Annoying as fuck.
Okay. They get pushed out of B. Sharon's kind of pushing mid. She gets a pick mid because she's lurking. Reno's cat. Yang gets a pick. B mid. Good picks. 4v3, technically winning.
I'm leaving, I'll come back. Jesus, I need that thing.
Sharon rotated. Kinda tough. Pushed. Died. Kinda needed Sharon's smoke here. It's cause like if Sharon had smoked with her wall, wouldn't have died to Reyna in market. Pushing site would have been easier if we had 2 people, maybe even 3 people. But I wasn't there, Chris wasn't there. I died to the 1 stairs. No, it's
Oh, I
just
forgot about
Sharon.
walking.
Pretty difficult.
One market
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, 3v1. I don't think lurking is bad per se. I think lurking is great. But it's kind of tough when the person lurking is our only smoke person and or only like flash person. Those are kind of really important things to have when trying to push a site. I feel like Winnie could lurk. Anne could lurk, I could lurk, but I feel like Sharon and Chris kind of need to be with the team in order to flash, dog, and smoke in. Let's see, round 4. I have a gun.
Then Kevin Marshall.
3 of us can't really buy. I fucked up the econ here
Oh, wait.
because I didn't realize he couldn't buy me.
Wait, I fucked up.
Guess what?
So 3 people can't buy. 2 people can buy.
Yes, we're both playing Marshalls.
I feel like should just win a half buy from the people that could buy, but oh well. Now that we have guns, how do we play? We're really split. 2, 3. Kind of just playing for picks, but half of us don't even have an actual gun, like a rifle. So it's gonna be kind of tough to play for picks. Let's see what happens. Get the turret. Sova arrows. Peeking A. We get raised
Yeah,
blue
noise
botted.
wasn't too bad, I guess.
There's a sage and a raise. Sage is left, raise is right.
Okay, we see that there's 2 people peeking cat here. We knew that there was also a raise on site. So my instinct is to just... Oh, and there's also a sage. No, the sage is over here. My instinct is to push the raise, and I'll try and wall this side so that they don't get the pick on us from tree. But I didn't really feel too confident in doing that since I only had a marshal. But this was just kind of difficult for us with us getting, half of us getting picked mid.
Oh, look
I'm
at
assuming
all
Sharon dies eventually. Maybe she doesn't. Who knows? Let's find out.
Is she generator? Raise is generator now.
Rotate. Doesn't do anything from here.
Okay. Winnie peeked and then Anne peeked. Separately, giving her 1v1s. We saw that 2 of them were tree. We should have tried to get a double peek, but there's 2 question marks. I mean, someone else is on site, so probably would have been a 2v2. But just generally try to peek together.
Nice.
Oh, we got it.
I thought I had ulti here. I don't know why.
I thought I had res, but I don't.
Sharon dies to the peek.
Last player standing.
1v4.
Pretend dust.
I feel like it was winnable here, but then
Oh, now I have ult.
got flanked.
Lane.
Now we're back on an econ. Well, I'm not, because I half bought. Let's see. Once again, half of us can't buy. Buying together as a team is actually kind of important. So I feel like our econ is just kind of messed up due to what happened last round and this round. Half of us buying, half of us not buying. Kind of puts us at a large disadvantage if we're trying to split like we were doing last round. Let's see what we do this round. I always forget to take spike, but no one else takes it. Okay, we see a lot of people roaming around A, coming back B, and stays A. I just kind of want to spam this guy. I don't get the spam.
Left side.
And gets picked off from top cat. Someone's peeking from cat. Generally, you have your smoke person smoke this out if you're trying to fight whoever's mid. But Sharon probably doesn't have a lineup to get it here. So it's kind of difficult. So you need to kill the Reyna first and then peek mid. But kind of difficult.
Good push. try to be mean.
Okay, I like this where we're falling back from mid because we're probably not going to win any gunfights here. Sharon's looking to push B. Chris is like he wants to rotate. Winnie is just still mid. This is where we have each of our different options all played out by each other member of the team, where we need to be calming and trying to get on the same page to see what we want to do.
What the heck is happening? So confused.
And yeah, Sharon recognized that like we're each doing our own little thing and it's not really working. I'm just holding the push out of B. I'm not playing too aggressive since I'm playing Sage. There are 3 people mid.
Nice.
I didn't really see the Sage was on the hard close right. What I did see, I kind of forgot about
Why
it.
so disjointed, bro? Nice.
I went to go res, but I didn't realize I got the angle.
Spike down mid.
Her size of the turret.
I'm never married. I don't know how you can do it, Lenny.
I feel something.
It's so
Oh, the turret thing?
no,
What
the
combo?
Aries. The Aries.
I was like, I thought I had a comp ready, you know?
Sharon,
I kinda
call for
tunnel.
us. Sharon, try to call for us.
Okay.
Hot call.
What do we do, Sharon?
Yeah, Sharon. Okay, Sharon.
Can you give it more instructions?
Push.
Roger that. I'm pushing.
I'll push A.
Okay, I don't really like the flash up over the wall. Just because it's like... It doesn't really tell you anything. Like, you could say like they're flash, but you don't really know where they are because it has such a wide area of effect. Wall is not bad. I think if you don't have a lineup to cover Heaven, I feel like you should cover a little bit more of Heaven with the wall. But Chris uses one flash here. Kill the boom bot. He's just on the right. I kind of just run in because we didn't really say much. But if we're gonna be peeking, if we're gonna be pushing site, probably could have Chris dog in and Boombot, but kind of just rush in. Reyna kills Sharon. I kill Reyna. Raze kills me, and then kills Raze.
On the left.
Full 3v3 here.
One.
Can someone heal Anne?
Gets pushed from Heaven. 2 die Heaven.
Player standing.
Now it's a 1v3. Yeah.
If you see one of my creatures, it's a good thing, alright?
He's on outside.
Honestly, I was just kind of trolling. But, like, yeah. Anyway. Econ, not that great. Again, half of us can buy, half of us can't.
Everyone come B, shoot the arrow, try not to get killed by the Sova.
Alright, I was getting a little bit tired of throwing because we're gone from 9-3 to 9-9 and haven't really had a plan at all. So I called for Sharon a shot call. Didn't quite work out. Tried to shot call a little bit.
Everyone come B. Shoot the wall in.
Pick on Sova. Killjoy ults. We could wait out the Killjoy ult. Okay, not quite sure where that flash was going from Chris. I think he was trying to get it into market. Not much point in the flashing market, but good try.
Run away.
Watch the push from mid. Gotta pick mid. If we're getting push out like this, gotta pick mid. I feel like we could just push mid. Especially since it's 5v3. But, okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay, push B. Push B. Push B.
We could push B.
126, Killjoy.
I think it's fine to push B just because there's so many of us.
Flash or dog? Dog first. Rising. Locations unknown.
I trade from stairs. I need to heal myself. Last
Don't
one's
push, don't push,
flank.
don't push. Come back, come back. Play site, play site. One stand over there. No, come back, don't go over on there. Both of you guys are way too far forward.
Okay, what I didn't like about this positioning was that if Anne is peeking and Sharon isn't there, or if Sharon peeks first and she dies, that's kind of like a straight 1v1 and then straight 1v1 into Anne, and then straight 1v1 to me backside. And they kind of don't want to give people 1v1s, especially if it's a 3v1. So what I was going to say was one should be standing in this corner, one should be standing this side boathouse, this one should be standing this side boathouse. These two are watching the drop from lane. This one's watching them push theirs. If you see them push theirs, you can just hide, wait for this person to make contact, and then both peek off their contact. Or if they push from lane, two people just swing off. These people just two people both has to swing off their contact. But we got the round. Not terrible.
Sorry.
Oh, that was me. I already had a gun.
Oh, okay, I got. Okay.
We just like looking at guns.
Even after we win, we still can't all full buy.
If I ulti right here, can I get all of right here?
No.
Oh, it doesn't go through the wall.
Yang gets a pick. Alright, not to nitpick, but Chris, I feel like a lot of the util you're using isn't really doing much. So it's like, this flash doesn't really do anything for us. Like, we know there's obviously one on site. You flash him, but we can't really follow up on that. And then you go mid.
Which one is really close?
Is it right there?
I forget he can spawn the wall. I die here. Op mid. It's kind of difficult because there's an op. You kind of force to push site, but site isn't that easy to push, especially since our smoke person's down.
We should not try to play mid.
Oh.
They're coming. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they got ops. It's just difficult.
Two ops.
No, it's just her. Or was there another one?
Oh, there's two.
Oh.
Not fake. What was it? Oh, Killjoy.
Killjoy's popping off, man.
Oh, they're definitely gonna all
Half of us can buy, half of us can't buy. Kind of the theme this whole game.
could fake it. I'm gonna play for kills. Oh shit, I already got off it. I fucked my boots.
Okay. We know that they have two ops. Doesn't really make much sense to peek from cat or from tiles, just because those are the two common spots where you would opt from. But we have people on both of those, so yeah. Just something to keep in mind. I go for a lucky headshot, didn't get it. Fall back. Chris gets darted.
Oh my
Double
God,
push
there's
from
two on
cat.
catwalk and one at their spawn.
I hear one pushing
First trade.
from cat. I hold it. I think there's another one, so I slow, but try and push A. Try and wall, get dinked. Yeah. Moving a lot just makes it harder for them to op you, so I was moving a lot. Now no one can buy. Oh well, actually Chris can buy. And never mind. Half of us can buy again. Okay. If you're going to go ghost, you probably shouldn't be getting full shields. That's 600 you could be saving. Basically, waking up breaking whether or not you could be able to buy next round. Because if you have a ghost, you're probably not going to get a good chance of killing them anyway, unless you're catching them off guard or something. So it's generally not good to go ghost full shield. Like the difference between getting hit with a vandal for full shield and light shield is like 0.25 seconds. Like it's not that big of a deal. And you can just save the econ for next round.
Who just
Personal
shot at
space,
me,
right?
guys?
Personal space.
Oh wait. Oh nice.
Hi.
That's a good pick here. Like I said, it's hard to transition off of a pick on cat.
My goodness. Get it?
God. Annoyed the hell out of me.
Is there a
Again, nade doesn't really do much.
wall right there?
Yan gets opt. Once again, wall doesn't really cover stairs. I might have killed Winnie there. So while I could have done to try and help us more often, but yeah,
Hey,
just something to keep in mind for the future.
got my ass out. What?
I thought I saw them on there, but yeah, did them, but he didn't know. Phantom sucks. Moving on.
Match point.
Parameter bid.
Sharon kind of makes a call, but no one really listens to it because they don't really know what she means. So, be more assertive, I guess. I don't know. Kind of scared to pick the op Winnie's a brave soul. They walled
Oh, yeah.
again. Reyna's pushing cat again.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Everyone come deep. Everyone come deep.
Oh, 115. GG. Nice.
I want to go for the res here, but it's just an awkward spot. It's not covered.
No charges left.
We know one is main. My wall kind of helps them
Your
here.
duty is not
Because they push
Oh
up.
shit. This one
On
first.
side, one on side.
one enemy
Okay.
remaining.
Off on side.
One more, one more.
Runs 4K, fog.
Oh my god. That was unfortunate.
Off and back.
Oh, oh no, no, I'm so sorry. Wait, that was your 8?
Push A again. Not again, but push A. Once again, we know Reyna plays cat, and she has an op. Probably shouldn't be peeking, but I guess Chris just wanted to kill. It's a challenge, I guess, but 4v5. Wall, I like this wall better. Covers more of heaven. Good pick from Winnie. Kind of nuts. Sounded like a one tap. People say like a lot of the issue with this wall is that there's a space here for them to hide in. What you could do is just like raise nade that or boombot that. But I think she uses her nade right here for something else.
Oh!
Oh, I think that was their raise. Never mind.
Placing swarm grenade.
No, Reyna's on site somewhere because she's flashing. I think she needs
Nice.
default. I wanted to hold flank here because I figured someone to flank, but then I have the bomb, so I can't really hold flank. And gets killed by Heaven. I thought he was going to reload here, so I took out my knife, but he just runs out,
Last player
and he kills
Shit.
both of us.
down A.
And then
I pushed that badly. Oh, the own it.
Defenders win.
alright. Well, that's all for the game, but I'll transition to general tips and overall thoughts. Alright, general tips for Viper. Make sure you're cutting off this
Here. Here.
edge here when you're throwing your wall, and try to line it with this edge just so you're giving us enough, like, as much room as possible. You don't have to aim too high either. You can just honestly aim it straight because you're not trying to get it over anything. It's just kind of a flat surface. You can just throw it straight so it goes out faster. You just want to make sure it gets over here and intersect with that line, because if it does, then they can't really peek from stairs unless they walk through the wall and they go over here.
Toxin screen down. 30 seconds left. Thrifty. Their hope is their course. I have the spike. If any of you die,
For A, I like to throw a wall that just cuts like the door off, but that's just because I have a lineup for the heaven with my orb. It does require you to jump on top of this, which is sometimes difficult, sometimes not. But you just get into this corner, you aim for like that, like blue part, and go a little to the right. Go a little bit down, a little down to the right. Let me see. Let me try lining up with this. If I do it over there, let's see what happens. Okay, never mind. That's too far. Yeah, so aim for this one. Go a little bit to the right, a little bit down. Throw. It should land heaven. Guess I think you might be able to run back here without getting smoked, but either way, it just helps block vision of a lot of heaven. So I like to throw that smoke
Poison's off.
along with the wall that just cuts off door,
Toxins going up.
so that
Poison orb emitting.
seems a lot safer. I generally don't leave that corner. Hold on.
30 seconds left. Thrifty. Isolate them and kill them. I have the spike. They will die. Hopeless and afraid.
I generally just like cut off the door and then on the way to heaven.
Toxins going up.
Not the best, but you take those. And then yeah, that orb. But
30 seconds left.
since you don't have the orb lineup,
Thrifty. They're nothing but flies.
like I said, I like to cover a little bit more of heaven with the wall.
Toxins going up.
Just so it makes it a little harder from the peak. And then I would like to have like Anne throw her molly or Winnie throw her nade, and they can just clear this backside where they could be hiding, and then you'll kind of have a clear sight from there. But I also would like to coordinate the wall going up with us pushing, which is kind of difficult sometimes because it's like you want to throw the wall and then put it up right away, but it's like something you gotta time because like you can see how fast the toxin is going down. You want to try having it so like when Chris starts dogging or people start peeking or Anne starts boombotting, that's when you want to put the wall up, and it's on the rest of the team to try and get on site and clear site before the wall goes down. It's kind of like a timer ticking down, but it's kind of hard to imagine it. Yeah. Alright, tips and tricks for Haze. If you're kind of scared to peek this or be out for too long, you can just take your boombot, peek out really quick, try and pre-aim like where the boombot's gonna go, like hit that wall.
There.
Hopefully. So you want to pre-aim that, like pull out really quick and just let it go and then walk back. This is like the safest way for you to throw out your utility because it leaves like the least time for you to be exposed to like them peeking you. Like if they're peeking you and they see you go like really quick, like oop, it's gonna be kind of hard for them to kill you in that time unless they're that good. And if they are there and they like immediately start shooting the bot, then you can have Chris flash out here and try and get them to back up a little bit. But if there's no one here, you don't like. If historically there's no one really playing there, like the game we were playing, Sage likes to wall this. You don't really need to do that. If you know that there's gonna be a wall here, just like run up really quick and shoot it. I guess that's like for anybody, not just a race hit, but anybody. That's kind of why I should put it like this. Because if we're peeking from here, we can only shoot the one that's closest to us, but it doesn't really give us much leeway. But if there's a Viper wall going from here, you could also just use your boombot to try and clear this. Or I guess same with Chris, if you have your dog, you just want to bring it over. I keep using your names like you guys always play these characters, but like I guess in general, if Sky were to just like dog over here, then it'll help clear it. And if there's somebody, they can flash and then everybody can push in. But the biggest one I talk about is the nade, because a lot of times you're just throwing your nade like over here to try and get them to stop spamming, which isn't terrible, I guess, but the nade is just such a powerful tool. You can use it to temporarily like hold an angle off. So I'd say, for example, Sharon died and we don't have a Viper wall going here anymore. You can use your nade to temporarily hold off market. It's like throw at market and they can't really peek that, and you can run across during the time that it's going off, or throw it in stairs or throw it in CT, and it'll temporarily hold them off, hopefully long enough where you can run across to safety, kind of. do recommend having your gun out if you are. Cause CT is a hard one, like, cause there's a lot to hold in CT. Like, they could be there, they could be farther back. They might not be getting hit with a nade. They might be getting hit a little bit. So, I say the market one is pretty good. Like, people generally will run back from that. Or if you want to clear backside, or yeah, wherever. Also, generally, if you want to hold sight here, I like holding this spot right here, just because there's not much room to be seen if they push from CT. It also means they could push CT and you wouldn't know, but you could also peek them. So better to occasionally like hold market and then occasionally look CT here. So generally, if they are pushing side, they don't really check this. So I like to hold here. If one person likes to play offside, they can play here. But it's kind of tough if there's a flanker a lot of the times. They might see you and you might not see them. Depends. But yeah, I was saying earlier, if you didn't watch, I like the 3v1 situation that we had. I would like to have someone here, someone back here, and then someone over here. Like, one person is just here holding stairs, and you don't have to trade. You don't have to gunfight them. If you see them, you can just walk away, like hide, and just not peek until whoever's on the box makes contact, and then you can peek off of that. It's even better when you have 3 people, because if you have one here, they can make contact as well. The thing is, if this person makes contact, it's gonna, if they're like all the way over there, it's gonna be hard for either person to trade them. Well, I guess this one could trade them pretty well. But yeah, generally try and double peek if possible. Hold a cross. That's what it's called. Yeah. Like, even if they come here, they kill this person. Person over here can peek and kill them. But it doesn't always happen perfectly. Sometimes you peek a little too late, they get both of you. But it's a work in progress. You just gotta practice. Don't really have much to say on A. Same thing, I guess. You don't want to peek. If you're not confident you're gonna win, and you don't know if someone's gonna be there, boom bot. Same thing with Sky's dog. I generally would like to save it for here. Try and boom bot into tree. See if there's anyone here. Similarly, if you don't have smokes, you can nade heaven, but it might be a little difficult to nade, like to judge like how high you're supposed to throw. But generally like that high, I guess. Yeah.